Anything else from the board right now? The next speaker is Anil Balter. I think I might have Jani Bothlar. I'm sorry, I didn't say your name correctly. Bothlar.
Anil Jambatkar, Orchard Court. Back in April, when the issue was presented by Mr. Babagal, I had raised a question about the scope or the definition of the Park District households that are being talked about as to what defines Shenorock area. And I never received a clear answer. There was at one time, we used to have a water district which kind of established a reason why we were together receiving water supply. That has gone away. Now it is a Somas water district.
No, actually, you are still the Amwalk-Shenorock Water District, and the boundaries of the district have expanded beyond just Shenorock, but it certainly doesn't come anything close to encompassing the entire town.
Yeah, what I'm leading
to
is...
the district is still called the Amwalk-Shenorock Water District.
Yeah, what I'm leading to is the 51% that we are talking about can be bigger, can be smaller. There is no established definition that tells me that my house belongs in the Shenorock Park District or my neighbors or somebody else. That is something I would like to understand what it is.
Well, when we formed the water district, the way you form a district is you look at who's benefited by it and who's, everybody that's benefited by it has to be in the district. But in this particular case, since the town received a petition, the petitioners decided the scope of the district that they wanted, to be the district. And I think it's somewhat, synergistic to what the Amwalk-Shenorock Water District was before the preserve became part of it. But that's made by the petitioners, all of the people who petitioned us to form the district.
And can I just add to that, Mary Beth? I mean, the map I have 3 copies around the room. The map was in the report that we presented previously.
I understand that, but how was the map created? So
that's what Mary Beth just...
because how certain houses get included and certain excluded into that map is something I don't understand, because I don't understand the criteria under which these houses have been included. And maybe the map should be larger. Maybe it should include the preserved population. Maybe it should include the Lincoln-Dale population. I don't know. What is the criteria? And that's what I'm searching for. Okay, I never found it.
Since I coordinated with the UOA, who was the petitioner, as Mary Beth referenced, the petitioner establishes that boundary. I coordinated with them, simply stated the criteria that was used is any home that is accessed off of the 3 main entrances to Shenorock proper from 202 or 118 that did not border on those roads was viewed to be inside the Park District. That's how the line was drawn on the map. I think that answers your question.
I'm not questioning your decision about it. I'm only asking a general question as to definition of the 51%, only because it could be larger, it could be smaller. In fact,
it could be, but we haven't been petitioned for a larger or a smaller district. We've been petitioned for this district. That's why it is what it is. I think that's the simple answer to your question. Correct me.
And if other areas want to come into the district once it's established, the extension process is the same. You need 51% of the extension area in order to go through this process.
I'm part of it. Nobody asked me whether I'm part of Shenorock Park District. Do I want to be? Nobody even asked me.
We're asking you right now,
that's what the petition process is.
The petition never came to me. I'm not saying I want to see the petition. I'm opposing the petition. I have already said that. But yet, if I want to be included in a district, I need to be able to vote for it and say I want to be part of this district. And I don't see that kind of an effort has been made. So I've been asking this question many times, and I've not heard the proper reply for that.
The town board has to make a finding.
Yes, and that's a decision that our town board is making.
And that finding has to be that all the properties that could be benefited by the formation of the district are being benefited. So if you're within the boundaries of what the engineer believes are the appropriate boundaries for this district, then you're a potentially benefited property. So if the town board makes the finding that you're a benefited property, then that's why you're within the boundaries and the majority controls the formation of the district.
I mean, I have stated what my position is. I don't benefit from it. I have no interest in Shanorock Lake as such. I've never even driven by it, never even been around it, even walked by it. So I have no interest in Shanorock Lake itself. If it becomes a swamp, I don't care.
It's not whether you personally feel you benefit, it's whether your property is deemed benefited. It's not what you think as much as is your property situated in a way that it could be benefited.
Ma'am, may I ask the audience to hold their applause, please?
You can, but you'll probably get some applause too. So I do sometimes ask.
I don't need
that,
any applause. I don't need any justification, support.
Certainly, I certainly am not going to, I don't want it to get out of hand, but I also don't, this is a kind of an informal informational hearing. So I would ask everybody to be respectful, of course, of each other. Thank you.
Secondly, I heard Mr. Moselle present his equipment that does some process. I'm not very sure Mr. Barbagallo has enough information about whether that process will in fact help. That's an open question. It is, as he says, it is about 3 years away. Hopefully by the end of 3 years, we will obtain a resolution whether that process has helped us. But beyond that, in the meantime, by the way, we'll have spent a lot of money on this project. And I hope we are not going to start the construction of because that's a major part of that $1.3 million, the bathhouse and those facilities. If we invest in that also, now we have got another big bond to deal with. Okay, before we even knowing whether that thing works. So that's something I would like you to remember before we make this decision about proceeding with it. Because I think it is very important we establish that the lake is clean enough from the health department point of view to have population swim in it and enjoy the lake as it is being called about. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll address that question, Mary Beth. I think it's Anil. I think that's a very good clarification for me to make, is that the construction of the beach, the construction of the house, of the comfort station, the dredging of the lake will not occur until after we have made the demonstrations for the exact intended purpose that you've mentioned, so that we don't go spend all that money and then find out, well, the water quality isn't what we thought it was going to be. We're going to do that testing first. Okay?
Okay, thank you.